Hello everyone, and welcome to the presentation on the TrussBot, modeling, design, and control of a compliant helical truss of tetrahedral modules, as presented by Celestina Saven, Linda Ting, and Mary Chin. The prototype of the TrussBot consists of 31 tetrahedral modules. Each module is composed of 3D printed corner joints and spring steel bars. They are held together at the vertices by rubber bands which act as compliant joints. There are two types of modules, black actuated modules which contain motors and passive gold ones. Two passive modules also house the microprocessor and the 12-volt battery pack. The actuated modules have servo motors mounted on the inside of them. Each servo contracts and releases a tendon. The pattern of these tendons was determined from our simulation results. These tendons work in pairs to actuate the TrussBot and create the results we will show later on.
Our contributions include a robust model for the TrussBot, a vertex-connected truss of tetrahedral modules, a deformation analysis of TrussBot identifying its major degrees of freedom, simulations of the TrussBot under tendon-driven control following experimentally determined actuation patterns, and experimental comparisons of simulation results to a physical hardware. Our simulation model performs numerical integration over the truss's deformations using a first-order forward Euler method. We represent all forces as point forces, including those due to collision avoidance between internal truss members and of the external environment, gravity, friction, and tendon-driven actuation. Truss linkages and vertex connections are represented as springs. Gradient descent is then used to minimize the truss's spring potential energy. On the right is a diagram of a metal module of the TrussBot, or a repeatable segment of 4 tetrahedral modules that create a 4-bar linkage that is also highlighted in red.
Our result includes a simulation platform and a hardware prototype. The prototype is easy to assemble and reconfigure into trusses of different topologies. When compared to the simulation, the physical platform can execute the simulated control strategies and demonstrate the same predicted motions. In particular, we tested 3 different configurations of varying complexities. The first demonstration is a gripper of 8 modules connected in a chain. The truss is theoretically 1 degree of freedom in the center, with 2 freely hanging tetrahedra on either end. 2 antagonistic actuators open and close the gripper. Next, the 2 degree of freedom chain configuration is composed of 2 chains of 5 modules, each connected at 2 points. Tendons were added to both chains to bend and contract. There are 3 achievable configurations: half actuated with 1 tendon contracted, S-curve with chains bending in different directions, and C-curve with chains bending in the same direction. Finally, TrussBot can be configured as a ring, which allows the truss to twist in on itself. The ring configuration is actuated using 5 pairs of actuators, which were designed by manually manipulating the simulation and prototype. The ring forms a triangular shape, and each tendon pairs locates at the 2 triangular sides. In summary, we presented a simulation platform and the physical hardware of TrussBot, which can achieve high reconfigurability, functional flexibility, and controllability.